else.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem, and it's not just me as well. People that have dropped out, I've known people that have dropped out because they couldn't. They were thinking, if I've come too far to start again, because then financially, how am I going to support myself? Do you get me? Because student finance is only like 4 years, and after that you're by yourself.
And I feel as though if you try, that's the main thing. Like I was talking to my mum, I had thoughts of dropping out, but I don't think I think it was kind of like thinking about it. I don't think I actually was going to. But it was a thing is where there's no point like giving up. Do you know what I mean? So like if you won't know the outcome unless you do it. So yeah. So just another question.
I think it would be a lie to say if no one had the thought of dropping out. Like everybody throughout uni at some point has had the thought, oh my gosh, this is too hard, I'm going to drop out. However, the difference is some people either that need is so strong that they want to go and pursue elsewhere, or they stay, they stick out and they pass. Now, like I know people who've dropped out of other unis, they've gone to another uni, hated it, dropped out of that uni, gone to another uni, hated it. What people forget is that no matter what uni you drop out of, there's going to be the same trials and tribulations, if not harder ones, if not whatever, at any uni they go to. A degree is a degree, regardless of what it's in. Most jobs, they look for the degree, not specifically what subject it is. And I thought so many people come to uni to party and have fun and say, oh yeah, I'm going to be a graduate, I'm going to like this, that, but you don't want to put the hard work in if you're able to drop it that easily, because everybody has that same thought, I want to drop out. If you're saying, oh, it's my course, then you do something in yourself to change how your course is running, or change how you're learning, or change your mindset to make it work for you. It's a cop-out, and I feel like people do that all the time. They just cop out, oh yeah, it's too hard, I don't like this, I don't like that. They change, do something.
Can I say something about Bournemouth, like, well, my course, I don't know if you relate to it, one of them course. They sold me so much dreams on advertising. So many dreams. Like I didn't know I was coming to do politics and whatever. Like fair enough. Like if you think about it, it does come into it kind of thing. But they sold the dream that it will be more exciting, like more of what it is now. Like that it's just theoretical. Like all we do is just like flipping reference every single day and night referencing. Like fair enough. Like you know it's gonna be hard work in it, but the way they sold it to you is a bit different. At least tell the truth, do you get me?
But then what did you expect when you came? Because like it's higher education.
No, because with my course, it was meant to be a creative course. So it's meant to be like you're like I'm a creative person. I thought I'll be, getting these briefs and like we get like rubbish briefs from one like all of that.
Tutors and said, can we be more creative? Have you ever approached like a student?
We actually had a conversation in one of my seminars like 2 weeks ago about people saying, because we get given live briefs, but they're so like you can't really be that creative with them kind of thing. So it's like there's barriers to how creative you can be. So it's like
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. I think it's all how you perceive it to be. If you wanted it to be more creative, you could have taken initiative and like incorporated creative aspects into your campaigns and your assessments. I think like the topic of dropping out, I think everyone forgets that you have certain like stepping stones and milestones in your life that you just have to overcome. You have to make sacrifices in order to get somewhere. Like not everything's going to be easy and it's all fun and games. Like you're here for a purpose to get a degree. Like you need to make sure that you make certain sacrifices in like everything that you do.
And like with like parents, I think a lot of parents push their kids to go to uni and stuff. Like my mum and my dad, none of them went to uni. And my mum always tells me, like, certain things in her life would have been a lot easier if she had a degree. And she, like, it's kind of that thing where your mum always tells you, I made this mistake, I don't make that mistake, blah, 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 blah. It's that kind of thing. So, I don't think for my course and what I do, I'm sure my mum would have accepted if I went through some other avenue. But she always she always tells me when she's applying for jobs and they're telling me this, and there's certain jobs and it's just a common sense job, but they're looking for people with degrees. And this makes no sense. And she's, I'm also one of these, in the future, it's going to be like this, going to be like that, like this. Like in the future, you have to have a degree to be a bin man and blah, 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 blah. I don't know, I don't look into that kind of stuff. But if it is true, and your parents are pushing to go to uni, I think from a lot of people that don't have parents that went to uni, that do push them, it's because they know in the real world how much harder it is when you don't have a degree.
But just push them to the right direction. So you're going to be a lawyer from when you're 2 years old.
I think it's kind of a desperation thing. It's like you got to a certain age, you don't know what you want to do, but they know that they feel that you need to do a degree because they want your life to be better than their life was.
Yeah, that's like my parents. My little brother, he's a musician, like in his soul, like he learned to read music like a year ago or something, but he's like 17, but he's been playing since he was a little boy, and that's his life. Music is his life. Like he wanted to not go uni and just like pursue the music thing. Like he produces, plays every like instrument under the sun and everything. My parents were just like, no, you have to go uni, you have to get a degree. But that made him like so like, but that's not my passion. So my passion is to go out and so we have to find a way of showing him that you can still go uni and still do music, but you can still do, because it's not just music like playing instruments. There are so many theories and stuff that will go into it that you can use in the future. But I don't know. I think it's just the way of like, I'm not a parent, but I think it's like the relationship between you and your parent. Like, you have to make them understand, and then they have to let you understand that you can still do it. And
Definitely.
Like for me, it really helps. My mum explains everything to me.
Yeah.
But because like my mum tells you to do certain things, she doesn't explain it. Even if I know I need to do it, it's just resistance because it's my mum. Like my auntie can tell me, I think, oh yeah, I can do this. But with certain things, when you understand things, you want to do them more. When someone's telling you something, it's just like a natural thing. Why should I do it? Because you're saying it. So like I think putting on the right track, but telling you why you're on that track is really important. Then you would have like some people that dropped out, they would think, okay, I'm here because of this. Some people think I'm just here because my mum said I should be here. But they have a reason to be here. And I think that would give them more incentive to stay.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? How about if like, do you know like, did anyone see the post about that little shotter, the little schoolboy shotter? Who was selling like sweets. If that was your son and he comes home like, Dad, I've just made 14k from selling sweets. I don't want to go uni. I want to pursue this. What would you say?
I'll tell him he's an idiot because he made 14k from selling sweets in school. When school's done, he's not going to have the same. Okay, if he comes with a business plan and said, I want to go into business, I want to buy a shop, blah blah blah. If he's just saying, I want to sell sweets the rest of my life.
No, not like that. But in terms of like what you just said, the business thing, like he wants to just pursue that business thing. So you think you?
I know in life there are plenty of things you can do, and you're going to make it. Like I got my uncle, he didn't go to uni, and when I thought this guy's rich. Every time he sees me, he's just throwing money at me. And you know, like everyone's got different roads, like what I was saying before. There's different paths for different people. And if he's got something he wants to do, he's passionate about it, I'd rather him do that than do something he's wishy-washy about. And
but what the guy's like, he's still in uniform. Wouldn't you try persuade him, like, listen, you can still pursue this business plan, but go do a business degree instead of just like.
I would say that, but if he comes to me and says, look, Dad, I've got all this money. I want to open a shop now, blah, blah, blah. I really think this is the right thing to do. If I can see he's passionate about it and this is what he wants to do, then I want to support him.
Do you know my parents are like that though? Pardon? I think most parents are like that. I feel like the reason that they push you so hard in one direction is because as a teenager, as a young adult, we don't really know what we want.
Exactly.
Today you can say what you want. Next year you're going to want something different. The year after that, until you're about 25, 26, 27, you're settled in your ways. You don't know what you want. Your parents push you that hard as a safety net. They're not saying you have to be a lawyer. They're saying get the degree, get the qualifications to be a lawyer. So if your passion runs out, then
at least you're on back. Exactly.
But if you can show your parents that this, and this is what I want to do, this is where I want to end up, and this is how I'm going to get there without uni. 90% of parents. Okay, there are some strict parents out there. There are, but that's then down to you and your communication with your parent. But most parents will support you because they're just worried. They're not like trying to crush your dreams. They just want to make sure you're being smart about them and thinking about them.
Yeah.
Like that kid, I used to sell stuff in school. Maybe I made a couple £100. He made 14k. Have I seen that money in my life? He's like 12. I'm supporting because he's got the right idea. He knows what he's doing. It's apprentice.
Yeah, it's a different story if you just tell your parents I don't want to go uni just because.
Yeah, if you can't have another plan, that is solid.
Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah, like if my son came to me and I wanted to do and work in retail full time, I would say that. That can't be fixed. Because that you might think this is big money now because I'm paying for this roof, but when you move out, you're going to be struggling, and then my grandkids are going to be struggling. I don't want to. So, yeah, a better plan than that. I know you can work in retail and get promotions and stuff. That's not the end of the world. But if that is your plan, $7.50 an hour, 35 hours a week, whatever. That's not a plan to
Do retail management?
Yeah. Like my in-house Fraser, my manager, she was an accountant. She studied like accounting.
Can I ask a question? I don't know why I keep asking that. Okay, I read an article that was debating about degrees and how some should not cost as much. Like accountants or engineers should not pay as much as like a beauty therapist or something like that. Do you agree? Do you guys agree?
Well,
Do you think degrees, like, depending on how important it is to society kind of thing?
But who says what's important though?
Nah, they
Right.
should stick to how they are, do the same price.
Yeah.